Hey, Brent Messmer from Technical Taekwondo. Today's video we are going to be talking about some different footwork skills. A lot of these you're going to be able to practice by yourself, but you're going to also do these in class with your fellow students, classmates, fellow practitioners of the art. We're going to go into that real quick and let's just go ahead and get into it. Before we get started, the first thing I want to talk to is about your fighting stance. So this is meant for beginners and intermediates. Main thing that you want to have is a good balanced fighting position. Make sure that your stance is 50-50. You have weight over your toes, a little bit bend to your knees, and you're ready to have a quick, fast motion. Don't be standing here with your legs straight, your weight 50-50 on your heels and your toes, and you're just standing there. Don't be in the position where you have zero mobility, or at least limited mobility. Get your weight over your toes, get ready to move. Get that spring to your step, bend your knees slightly, get your hands up, okay? Protect your face, protect your ribs, okay? And get in a position where you can defend yourself. Okay? You see a lot of students, and I'll do this when I first take fighting stances, I'll bounce into it just to make sure I have that. Back when I was younger, I would spend the entire fight bouncing. As I got older, I realized something. If you do that and you come up against a good fighter, when you're down, you're fine, but on your way up, if they time it, you have to come back down before you can move. So you want to avoid that. But if that helps you to start off, every once in a while, do a couple of light bounces when you're moving, and make sure that you have that mobility, that flexibility, that spring to your step. Okay? I don't have legs; I have springs. Okay? That's kind of how you want to think about it. You don't have legs. Definitely don't have stilts. Okay? But these aren't legs; they're springs. Keep that spring to your step. Stay on the balls of your feet. As a beginner, you want to be practicing these basic footwork drills and get used to it. Number one, make sure you have your weight over your toes. You got a little bit of bend to your knee. Don't be super wide on your stance. Get your weight about 50-50 so that you're ready to spring and to move quickly. If you have to, remind yourself, get that bounce, even if it's just a baby bounce. I don't have to leave the ground. But if I have this little bit of a bounce, I know the weight's over my toes. So the first thing is when I do is I step, I'm bringing that left leg through, past my front foot, and I'm going to crank my elbow. Sometimes you'll see students, they'll fire this backhand all the way back, trying to get even more. I like the elbow because that keeps my guard up partially. So step fast. I use the counteraction of my torso to drive my hips forward. So, coming that way. Okay? So, that's a basic stepping motion. Next basic motion is a shuffle step. Back foot moves, then the front foot. Be careful that you don't go 1, 2, 3, because that is a telegraph. You want to avoid telegraphing at all costs. Back foot, front foot. And again, stay on your toes, nice and quick. Shuffle forward, reverse. I move the front foot back, and then the back foot. So I'm getting away as their attack comes in. So they're coming in. I want to be able to use my hands to just make sure I don't get hit. So whether it's that passing block, a low block, or just high guard, depending on what they're coming in with. So I want to shuffle back. So shuffling forward and back. Again, no step before I go. Lunging step. Hair more advanced, not really that big of a deal. I'm going to shift my weight onto the back leg a little bit so I can pick up my lead leg. And I kind of throw it forward and I push off my back leg. And then I squeeze my feet back together. Okay? So again, I lift and squeeze at the end, bringing my back foot, dragging it forward, if you can hear it dragging. Okay? So 1, 2. Going backwards, again retreating from a target, I pick up the back leg and I push off my toes. And I suck my toes back underneath my hip. All right? So 1, 2. Skipping is just a faster version of the shuffle. Instead of 1, 2, it's so on a shuffle step, I plant my right foot, then bring the back foot. On the skip, I kind of jump with that right foot as the left foot takes its place. So it's a little bit of a lift, not stepping, lifting. Skipping backwards, same thing. Push off the front foot, pick up the back leg straight. There's a little bit of a jump, very, very small. We had the forward step, regular step. Now we're going to do a reverse step where you spin backwards. What I like to see when you guys do this is if I'm turning, my left foot is coming back, my left hand is coming high. I'll just drop down to one knee instead of moving the camera. My left hand is coming high as I'm turning, and my back hand is fingertips palm up as I'm coming around. I'm turning into a blind spot, and so when I turn, I want to make sure that I cover, and I step through and my hands follow. So spin. Okay. So you're here, coming in this way. Lead with that elbow coming across. Boom, almost like you're doing a downward chop or a back fist or some kind of motion that way. Again, reverse spin steps are a little bit risky, but practice them. Okay, so spin, spin. Going the other way, spin, spin. Also, very basic footwork that people forget about is hop. On the hop, I can go forward, I can go backwards, I can go side, and I can go to the other side. All right, so just pick both feet up and bunny hop. So kick comes in, I hop off the line. Boom, I'm ready to counter. Kick comes in, I hop back. I'm ready to counter. So very simple footwork, but often skipped out on. I know it's weird having talking feet, but I felt it was more important to show my feet than it was to show my face because I ain't that pretty. Another common footwork that you want to do, pull and step. 1, 2. Okay? I can accelerate that and it becomes a switch feet. That almost becomes wrong because if a kick is timed where it's coming, I pull, let it pass, and then I step into place. If I just switch feet, I could get hit. So I don't want to accelerate it that much. I still want pull and switch. So don't just switch, pull. 1. Again, all these motions should be practiced at off angles. Don't just practice it stationary. Another one you want to practice is the step up, step, step up, cut, step up, cut. Okay, so this is one where what are you doing? Oh, you're just gonna stand there? Let me move forward. What are you doing? Oh, I don't like it, I move back. What are you doing? Oh, I really don't like that, I'm getting out of the way. So train that back foot to move and then add one of the other footworks that we've already talked about. Thank you guys for watching. If you like what we're doing, please hit that subscribe button. And until next time, God bless and keep on kicking.